In October 1983, longtime St. Matthew members Eldon and Barb Lipstock were seriously injured in a car accident, but it would also become an opportunity for the congregation to turn tragedy into hope.
It was a Friday night, and Friday night was Mom and Dad's date night, and Friday night was a hockey game, which we always went to, and my younger brother, Peter, had a cold, and my mom and dad didn't want him to go to the hockey game that night. So I stayed home with them so they could have their date night. Pam and Sue went down. We dropped them off. We went right up past the accident. At the time, they didn't recognize the car. We went home. About 2 hours later, we got a call from the hospital. I had to go down, saw my mom right away in the emergency, and Dad was already up in ICU.
He's basically in a coma, diabetic coma.
Yeah, 112 days in a coma. He came out of that. They tried him in rehab, and he was there 2 days short of a year. Then he went to Luther Manor Nursing Home. And Mom was in there until 2 weeks before Easter, so she was in there quite a while too. The night we went home afterwards, I didn't know what to do. My first stop was at Pastor Melby's house. He was the most down-to-earth guy, and he was so easy to talk to. He made it look like there was a positive going to come out of it.
It started with Gigi Hofberger. She came and stayed with us kids.
It was a very new beginning. It was like we had no clue about bills or anything, and they just kept showing up. And I remember I was my mom's legs. She'd get the bills. I'd take them up to have her sign checks. So like, Mom, we got 5 bills today. She'd sign 5 checks. Take them back home, I'd fill out the bills, and we did that. And it was one time we had a lengthy conversation. I was like, Mom, there's all like no money left. And then all of a sudden some checks started coming from the congregation of St. Matthew's.
Basically, from what I can remember, Ernie and I got together and decided that we should get a fund started to try to help out financially with anything that might be necessary. It was something that you didn't have to make an appeal for. We didn't have to ask for anything. It just came.
That was a real burden off of all of our shoulders. It was tough, but I mean, we had lots of help. Somebody was always bringing something over to eat. You make sure you kids eat, you know. Everybody pulled together.
The church was like a second family to us.
The Rolfs and the Muskies, Hillarys, and they all just kind of took us under their wing.
Here's a Christmas card that Mom had given to St. Matthew's. It was a year after the accident, and it reads, "To all our friends at St. Matthew's. Thank you all for the love, prayers, and support you've shown us. We truly appreciate you all so much. Eldon is trying to wave hi. We wish each one of you a very Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. The Eldon Lipstock family." No matter how many years have gone by, I'm just really thankful. Couldn't have probably made it through if it wasn't for everybody, Mom, Dad's friends, and the church people. I still consider it my church. It'll always be our church.
By 1985, long-term intensive Bible study was back as Pastor Melby brought the Bethel program back to St. Matthew. In 1986, the church organ underwent an extensive cleaning and repair job. Church member Dick Conan worked for many years as church custodian. During this time, fellowship events were prevalent as good times were had by all. No talent shows, softball games, chili cook-offs. The social interaction was strong and morale was high. In the church office, the phones were answered by Irene Kokowski. This was a time of energy and enthusiasm for St. Matthew Lutheran Church. However, Pastor Melby left St. Matthew in 1990.
I didn't have any goals but to be the pastor and love the people and share, life honestly and openly. And I guess my farewell sums it. I hope people will always, faith, hope, and love. If we have that, why, they can have drug wars, revolutions, and the church can go topsy-turvy, but, you know, nothing else changes. That holds it.
Reverend Edwin Schick served as interim pastor.
I came to Wartburg Seminary with the parish ministry in mind. Instead, my pulpit has been the classroom lectern, except for very limited times. So what I like especially now is that my lectern has become the pulpit.